is King Ross. And here's your friend, here's your friend. King Ross. Here's King Ross, here's King Ross, here's King Ross.
It's me, it's that K-I-N-G, and yes, it's that time of the week again where we take a look at all the WTF Moments from WWE Raw. A Raw which is getting shitter by the week, lads. Shitter by the week. And we kick off with some era of the new and some same shit of the old, because we had Cesaro versus Sheamus once again. A rivalry that started with a little confrontation in the office. It looks like it's going to be stretched out for many weeks, and I, for one, can't wait. Now it pains me to do this because Kevin Owens is my bae. He's my spirit animal, if you will. But get this right, he said rhetorical instead of rhetorical. There, silly goose with his silly French accent. French people aren't silly, let's just make that very clear. Very clear indeed, I am not a racist. And I do love Kevin Owens a lot. There was a breakdown in communications as that man Maggle Cole claimed that Kevin Owens hated Enzo and Big Cass all the way back to their time in NXT together. Kevin Owens gets on the mic and says yes, he hated Enzo from the start, but he quite liked Big Cass back in NXT, therefore making Maggle Cole a massive shit stirrer, a massive liar, a massive and we're back with the era of the new and the same shit of the old once again, motherfuckers, because for the second week in a row we got Enzo Amore in the ring, spouting out endless crappy punchlines and even worse jokes in a segment that went absolutely nowhere. Yeah, Enzo was just there to fill 50 minutes that would have otherwise been taken by authority figures in the old era. I suppose that bit's alright, but you know, they're getting old very quickly, aren't they, WWE? Think of something different to start a show with, man. You bunch of unimaginative pricks. Get this right, watching how destructive Braun Strowman is gives Byron Saxton stomach cramps. I haven't got a clue what to say here, lads, because that just makes no sense whatsoever. Now, I suppose they've got a bit of a backstory since they used to be in the primetime players together, but for the second pissing week in a row, we got Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young on WWE Raw. I'm gonna sneeze, lads. Hang on a second. Yeah, New Year, same old shit. Take a sign dedicated to your favourite WWE superstar, they tell the kids. But the kids can't spell a name as simple as fucking Finn, F-I-double-N correctly. You stupid little moron idiot. Oh, I hate children, me. I hate them. Burn them all. That moment when Puff Daddy P Diddley... What's it? Dirty Diddley Money? Whatever the f*** he's calling himself these days, just went live on WWE Raw in front of the world and said, how are Big E's nuts? Or words to that effect. I can't remember exactly what he said, but you know, the point still stands. WTF? That moment when Randy Orton claimed that Brock Lesnar left WWE the first time around because he didn't like people. I mean, the Vipers just lied to our bloody faces there, lads. He didn't care to mention the troubles Brock had with travel and the schedule of being a WWE superstar. None of that. Randy, man, piss off back to Viperville, will you? Because I've got one thing to say to you, Bonnie lad. F*** you! So let me try and get my head around this, right? Bonafide WWE superstars like Titus O'Neil and Darren Young get the jobber entrance to start a segment in the ring with no fanfare, no walk down the ramp, no nothing. And then the jobber in the Braun Strowman match gets not only his own music, but his own walk down the ramp and everything. He got the full works, the cheeky little bastard. How does that make any sense? I don't know, lads. I tell you what it is, though. It's Blazing Squad in action, lads. WWE have flip reversed this, what they normally do. Another week. Another Blazing Squad reference because I'm a sick guy. Here we have a WTF moment involving the architect himself, the man who has a penchant for a dick pic, Mr. Seth Rollins. in that moment where he claimed that Finn Balor isn't his real name, and in the same breath forgetting that Seth Rollins is in fact his fake name as well. Seth's real name is Colby Lopez. Colby Lopez. Colby's a shit name, isn't it? Look at that there. That's a bit suggestive, isn't it? That's a bit raunchy, isn't it? A bit too hot for PG television. To me, a dirty-minded motherfucker, that represents Rusev blarting all over, ejaculating his Bulgarian seed all over the place. What about that sign that read, "Nobody wants to ride Space Mountain with Rusev"? For one, it's Space Mountain. And number two, Space Mountain was and probably still is, thanks to the very gracious hand of Viagra, Ric Flair's erect Willie. He's massive stiffy. Misses. That moment where Lana claimed that her wedding with Rusev was VIP invite only, despite the fucking tons of camera crews that arrived with them as well to film it for Total Divas Season 6. Basically, everyone in the pissing world with a skybox or whatever you use over in America that has the E network on was invited. Aye. Charlotte is blind. How the fucking hell did she manage to hit Dana Brooke there when Sasha Banks dived out the way a full 5 minutes before she started? A massive bitch slap swing. Can you tell me that? Please do. Please go to the comments or write a postcard or something, because I'm going to shit. And not only that, but the referee was watching all this happen. She saw Charlotte's hand connect with Dana Brooke's face. So maybe that's a disqualification. That would have seen Dana win by disqualification because someone interfered on Sasha's behalf. Maybe not. I just don't care. And we have to deal with ring post Titus now. It was like we're back in 1998 because we're had to laugh at balls, at massive bowels, at testicles, at grapefruits, at sperm houses. Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson claimed that the result of Big E's surgery sent them nuts. Oh, the results made them bawl their eyes out. How the results were quite testy, because fucking grow up, WWE, you bunch of childish bastards. You could just tell Vince McMahon had his hand on this episode, didn't he? All the slapstick humour with Lana, these bollock references. It's just, we're harking back to the Attitude Era, and that just doesn't cut the mustard in 2016, does it? All this shit. Vince McMahon! Yeah! 2 in this episode. I'm getting a bit big for me britches, aren't I? I don't care. I'll fight them all. Michael Cole using big words like contusion to describe Big E's injury. I googled contusion and it means bruised bollocks. And considering the standards of this episode, I'm quite surprised that Michael Cole didn't use that terminology. Someone's got a thesaurus up there. Michael Cole finally caves into actual history and mentions Demolition's record WWE World Championship run of 478 days, therefore just squashing any record he claimed the New Day have had in recent times. I mean, thank God for that, Michael. I'm guessing you watch this now then, Michael, don't you? Because I've been calling out for this for weeks, haven't I? Golden Truth. Just kill it all. Just kill it all. End it now. We're back to this old little chestnut now, because remember how the GMs of both Raw and SmackDown said the new era of WWE would be all about the superstars and not about themselves? Well, fucking hell, they lied to us, didn't they? Because the penultimate segment of Raw was dedicated to Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, who doesn't even belong on Pissing Raw. They've drafted him in just for the crack. I don't like liars, me. I mean, Mick brought him in to say sorry. If I wanted to say sorry to someone, I wouldn't bring them on this show. I'd just send them a nice little text message or a little Facey B chat, or I'd slide into their DMs. I wouldn't waste 10 pissing minutes of Raw in front of the world, Mick. Yeah. Oh. Why the fuck would Rusev get changed into his little knickers and knee pads and boots and get ready for a match at the end of a night? He was in his suit for the rest of the night. If he was in his suit, he wouldn't have had that match, I doubt. Because he was ready for action, Mick Foley booked him in a match with Cesaro. I mean, it's almost like they're reading off a script here, and they knew that these impromptu matches were going to happen. Is wrestling fake? Cesaro main eventing Raw. WTF. I never thought I'd see the day, lads. Oh, that please. He's good, you know. Mick Foley saying that Roman Reigns will get a shot at Rusev's WWE United States Championship match. Moments, literally seconds before the Bulgarian Brute was due to put his belt on the line against Cesaro. I mean, f***ing spoilers much, Mick? You've just written Cesaro out there completely, you silly goose. You gave it away before it even started. I know he's one of my bays, but Rusev's reaction, or lack thereof, just before Roman Reigns hit that spear, Roman ran all the way down from the top of the ramp to the bottom, and Rusev just stood there like that, like a deer in headlights, just one simple step to the left. Aye, one step to the side would have fixed that, Rusev, you silly goose. And that's it for all the WTF moments from WWE Raw. I've been King Ross, and you've been my loyal subjects, and we'll see you tomorrow for a bit of SmackDown, will we? And I've been reading the comment sections, and I've seen a lot of you want a sick guy t-shirt. Well, I can tell you one thing, you won't be getting one.
Were you one of the unlucky few who couldn't get tickets for July's WCPW tapings? Well, make sure you pick up tickets for August, as they're already extremely limited. On August 24th, we'll be presenting a special live pay-per-view quality show, WCPW Stacked, featuring Moose vs. Joe Coffey, the debut of the Women's Championship, Will Ospreay vs. Marty Scurll. The WCPW Championship will be on the line. There'll be Joe Hendry, Joseph Connors, Big Damo, El Ligero, Primate, Grado, Drew Galloway, EC3, and GM'd by Eric Bischoff. Not just that, but on the 25th, we'll also be holding loaded tapings featuring the Kurt Angle Invitational, a pinfall and submission elimination rumble to decide who gets to face the Olympic hero in October. Grab your tickets for August at wc.pw while you still can. The 2 days are looking absolutely stacked.